Hi guys, this is Karen. I'm so happy to be here with you today, and I'm going to show you a little bit about my lettering technique. And a lot of people are into this brush lettering, whether it be in their journals and planners or for Bible journaling. And I've often been complimented on my technique, and I have to tell you, it's all just by practice and trying new things, and I'm certainly not any kind of expert on it. But I thought I would share with you today a technique that is maybe a little bit of a cheater technique when it comes to lettering, but it makes it kind of easy, particularly for a beginner while you are practicing and getting started. My daughter is 7, and I love to pack her lunch and put little bits of notes in her lunch, and I think she loves it too because she won't let me throw them away. So anyway, these are just little cards. They're little 3x4 cards that you can buy plain, or if you do any kind of pocket journaling. That's pretty much where I got these. I have this little stack. It has a very light gray colored checkerboard on it, and makes it easy to do all kinds of things on, stamping or whatnot. But I wanted to share with you some of these fun note cards that you can do. And look at these cute, the stamp, love, love, love. So super easy. And I used the love stamp off of the Trust in the Lord faith stamps. That's that one right there. And then the little heart as well. And I just colored it in with some of my LePlume markers. So great technique there. Also, this is stamps from the faith stamps. This is the Lord is my light stamp set. And I just added a little face to that sun right there, and I used the light stamp, and then I added my own words. And you can tell I kind of am copying that brush lettering style so that you can see that. And another little border stamp there, which is great. And again, I'm using my brush markers and my colored pencils, my ColorIn pencils, to do some of these. So we're going to do something like this today, and I kind of wanted to share this one because it's a short word, and I can show you fairly quickly. Actually, I'm going to use this one right here that I pre-stamped with this adorable, look how cute that is, stamp. This one is from actually the planner stamps, and look how cute that star stamp is. Lots of cute things that you can use in lots of different ways. I mean, these would be great on little note cards for the lunches. So I already went ahead and stamped that. I do want to remind you, when you are stamping and you know you're going to be coloring, especially with watercolor pencils or the LePlume markers, make sure that you're using a waterproof ink. I just use this Stays On one. That one works pretty well for me. So I've already gone ahead and stamped that. And what I'm going to do is, I love these markers because there's two ends. You get the brush end, and then you got the really skinny end. And I like when brush lettering has a very, very pronounced skinny and fat. So the fat is the downstroke and the skinny is everything else. But I'm not really great at getting that stark contrast the way I want to with just the brush end of the pen. So I'm actually going to start with the skinny end of the pen. Okay, and again, this is kind of a cheater way of brush lettering, but it's great particularly for beginners. So I'm just going to go ahead and, you don't need a specific font. Use your own kind of style of handwriting and practice and kind of develop your own style. So I'm going to write the word star. Alright, so I got my word star. It doesn't look very like brush lettering, but what I'm going to do then is I'm going to come in with that thicker brush tip, and wherever there would be down strokes, that's where I am going to come in and thicken those up. Now, as I'm doing this, you're going to notice I'm not being real exact here, okay, and I'm not really worried about that. Alright, now I'm going to come in and thicken it up even a little bit more. Maybe even go over some of these. I like to make my bottoms a little bit thicker too. And again, it doesn't have to be super pretty, because I'm going to show you something that's going to kind of smooth everything out. Alright, so there we got a really nice kind of brush lettering style. What I like to do is I like to mix in these ColorIn water pencils. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically create a shadow. I'm going to go over with the pencil on one side of my letters to create that shadow. And it doesn't matter if it's the thick side or the skinny side. You can see I'm kind of staying, anytime there's a right-handed edge, inside like that, and on the outside like that, and don't forget your bottoms as well. There we go. And then I'm going to take that blender pen, make sure I don't have any other colors on there from previously, and I'm going to bring it all together. So this is what gets us that smoother, more finished look here. I love it. It just transforms it so much with this blender pen. Look how lovely that is. Alright, so that is my star. And I'm going to make my cute little stars up here yellow. And when you're using watercolor pencils, it's nice because you don't have to be super exact with what you're doing. I mean, if we looked real close, like I'm not really getting into every little nook and cranny of that, okay? But then I'm going to take that brush, or use a watercolor brush or the blender pen, and now I'm getting it. And I'm allowing them to get outside of that line too, because, stars glow a little bit. So I'm not too worried about that. And it intensifies the color, and it just gives it such a pretty look. Alright, because this is for my daughter, we got to make this into a little bit of a message. So I'm going to write, "You are a star." Let's see. I'll use this green. She likes green. You are a star. And you can do kind of a, put that a little bit closer for you. Alright, not fancy, but if you wanted to emphasize some of those down strokes, you can do this with the pen on any type of writing, and it just gives it a little bit something extra. There you go. You are a star. Very cute. Alright, now I like how on these ones I just made this real quick border, and I'm going to do that for this one as well. And don't be exact here. I want this to look homemade. And I'm going to add some color to that by using color pencil. Again, not very neat. I'm going to put a little bit more in the corners so I can bring that out with my blender. Yeah, you can see how quickly I'm doing this. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to list all the stamps and pens that I used, and I'll show you some more close-ups of these cutie things, but I'm not keeping them because they are going into my daughter's lunch pail next week. You are a star. How cute is that? Got it. Alright, so now I have, luckily there are 5 days in the week and I have 5 super cute things to put in my daughter's lunch. We always sing this song, "You Are My Sunshine." Cute. This one was definitely done with the skinny end of the pen, and then I went ahead and did the brush strokes with the bigger end of the pen. Super cute. Let me see what you guys do for your cheater kind of brush lettering. It's super easy. You just gotta start and have a little notebook where you can practice and have a good time with it. These brushes are great, and that little technique of adding the watercolor pencil to it just really makes it pop and makes it extra special. So go ahead and be a star, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.